Hi everyone, you're welcome to my channel. It's Emmadorstyles. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I made this beautiful pinafore peplum top. You can wear it on the green print as you can see it on me, and you can turn it to the other print as well. It looks really beautiful. In my last video, I shared how to go about the cutting, the calculation and stitching of a 720-degree reversible peplum. Do so to watch it and come back here for this pinafore top. If you've not subscribed, also don't forget to subscribe. Let's get started. I drafted out a basic bodice from the shoulder to the waist. So now on the shoulder here, I'm going to come in by 1 inch. But you can decide to maintain the shoulder if you want to. Now on the waist here, you're going to divide your round waist measurement by 8. My round waist measurement is 30, and 30 divided by 8 is 3.75 inches. I just measure 3.75 inches here and create a point here. So now I'll be connecting from the 1 inch I went in with earlier to the point where I marked out my 3.75 inches. I will just connect the 2 points, and now I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out. Guys, for you to make this reversible pinafore top, you don't need a lot of fabrics. You just need 1.5 yards of each of the fabrics. But if you're on a bigger size, you can get 2 yards of fabrics. Remember that this pattern paper is in a fold, so when we open it up, it's going to be wider. Here is the front because the neckline is deep. So now I already placed the pattern paper on my fabrics on the edge of my folded fabrics for me to be able to cut out the back piece. The back is not going to have any opening. That is why I placed the folded pattern paper on the folded edge of my fabrics, so that I will not have any opening at the back. Now I'm adding about 1/2 inch stitching allowance all the way around this pattern paper, as you can see. I added to the shoulder area as well, and also at the end here. This is the front pattern paper, remember, so for me to be able to get the back neckline, I'm just going to come down about 1.5 inch because I don't want the back neckline to be as deep as what is in the front. So I'm just cutting this out with 1.5 inch. It's still a round neckline, just that it's higher than the one I have at the front. For the front pattern, it's going to have an opening. I'm placing my pattern paper on my fabrics again, and I'm going to go ahead and pin it down. So guys, the center front, I'm going to be cutting it into 2. So I just cut it out, adding 1/2 inch stitching allowance all the way around. And in the center, I have an opening. So guys, everything I cut out for the upper part of my top, I already done the same thing on the other fabrics as well. This is the back piece, and I have gone ahead to cut out my hairstay for the front fabrics and the other fabrics, the second fabrics as well. And I also gone ahead to cut out the hairstay for the front piece of both fabrics. So guys, I have ironed the hairstay to all the pieces I have here. This is the front piece of both fabrics, and this is the back piece of both fabrics. Every single part of each piece have been ironed with hairstay. So now I'm going to join the front and the back pinafore together at the shoulder area. I will go ahead to pin it down, as you can see, and I'm just going to pin this down and stitch down the shoulders. I will do the same thing for the second fabric. I'll pin down the shoulder and join the shoulder areas. So guys, I've stitched down the both pinafore on the shoulders, as you can see, on the green and the other fabric. Basically, I'm going to be placing the 2 fabrics right side facing each other, as you can see me do here. This is because we're going to be stitching all the way around. I already pinned down the 2 sides. Now, as you can see my hand demonstrate, those are the areas that I already pinned on my fabrics. So after that, I'll go ahead and stitch across the neckline area down to this side and also down to the other side as well. I will also be stitching down the 2 sides, as you see my hand demonstrate. I'll be stitching down both sides. Guys, please note I will not be stitching this side. You see my hand demonstrate. This other side also, and this side as well. I will not be stitching those sides. I just finished stitching around now. You can see the areas that I stitched down. So I did not stitch this and also this. You don't have to stitch those areas down. I'm going to go ahead and cut off the excesses around the sides area that I stitched down. I will also make notches all the way around so that it will be easy for me to turn over. So now I will turn this over to the right side, and then I'm going to go ahead and iron this out properly. Guys, please note that when you are ironing it out, make sure you arrange everything very nicely so that the other color of fabrics is not showing on the other side when you are done ironing it out. After I was done ironing, this is what both front and back looks like. You can turn it over to whatever side you want. Now for the bottom of our top, which is going to be a flare, I already cut out a 720-degree flare. My last video on the channel was on how to go about 720-degree flare. In that video, I explained in detail how to calculate and how to cut and stitch a 720 degrees flare perfectly. So now guys, I already cut out two pieces of 360 flare to give me 720 flare. What I'm trying to explain is that I cut out 2 flare from each fabrics, making 4 flare. I have also gone ahead to iron the stay to all my flares. The next thing I'm going to be doing now is that I'm going to cut out one part of my peplum on both peplum like this. I will do the same thing for the other side because we're going to be joining the 2 pieces together. The same thing I did on the yellow fabrics, I'll go ahead and do it on these green fabrics as well. So now I will go ahead and join them together like this. I will first of all pin it down before stitching it. So guys, I already joined the 2 peplum of both fabrics together, and this is what I had. So now right now I want to create a cuff effect on my peplum. So now I'll place my fabrics together right side facing each other like this and fold it into 2. After that, I'll use my chalk to make a curve around this area here and cut it off. After I was done cutting the curve, this is what it looks like. To join my peplum together, I'm going to go ahead and pin it down. I am not using a crinoline because I'm making a reversible flare. If you want your flare to be reversible, you will not be using a crinoline. I have pinned all the way around my flare. So now I'm going to go ahead and stitch the area I pinned down. When making my stitch around, I'm going to be stitching my Emmy gum with it. This is not compulsory, it's optional. If you don't have Emmy gum, just stitch it like that. The Emmy gum will just help when we are ironing the peplum out because we're not going to be top stitching. As you can see, I have made my stitch all the way around and I stitch my Emmy gum as well. I'm going to go ahead now and make a very tiny notches all the way around this flare because we're not going to be making a top stitch because we want it to be reversible. I'm just going to turn my flare to the right side and iron it out. So guys, this is what I had after I was done ironing. As you can see, when I turn it to this green side, the yellow fabric is not showing, and when I turn it to the yellow fabric, the green fabric is not showing. Let's come to the pinafore part for now. So we're going to be adding a 2 inches band on this top. So from the end of my pinafore here, I'm coming up by 2 inches and I'm going to draw a straight line across and cut it off. So we're going to be replacing the 2 inches we just cut off with our band before we go ahead and place the peplum. For the band, I've cut out 2 pieces as well because we're working with 2 different fabrics. I only iron stay to one of the fabric because I don't want the ropes at the end of the band to be too thick. For the length of this rope, I will say that you should make it at least twice of your waist measurement. So make sure it's about twice of your waist measurement, and for the width, I had 3 inches. So now I'm just going to place my band on each other like this, fold it into 2 and notch the midpoint. I'm going to come back to my peplum, place it together like this, and I'm just going to get the middle point of my peplum for the band as well as I've got the middle of my band. I just fold it into 2 and just make a little notch to get the middle. You're going to do it for the 2 different colors of your fabric. So now I'm going to be placing the colors that are going together right side facing each other, as you can see on this middle point that I got on the band and also on the flare. So these two will go like this, and then I'm going to get the middle of the green fabrics as well, and I'm going to face it right side facing each other, all three of them. So basically the peplum is going to be in between the two bands. So I'll pin it down here. So I will continue pinning all the three pieces towards the other side, as you can see. You can pin through every part, you can pin everything down, but I just decided to pin down one side. I will just continue pinning this until I get to the end of the rope. Please don't just stop when the peplum stop. See what I'm doing here? I'm just going to continue pinning. Even my peplum has stopped, I'm going to continue pinning towards the ropes until I get to the end. So now I'm going to start stitching here from this part here into the peplum, and I will do it to the other end as well. So guys, I've stitched it down, so from the down to this place through the peplum all the way to the other end. So now we're going to iron this out. I already turned it over to the right side, as you can see. Make sure when you're turning your own, make sure you bring out the edges very properly. Don't forget to iron the same way we've been ironing everything since. Just make sure to iron it properly. You make sure to turn it over properly to the other side as you are ironing, so that the other side is not coming to show on the other side. If you get what I mean is that the green is not showing on the other part, which is the yellow fabrics, and the other part also is not showing on the green fabrics. I have ironed the ropes and the peplum area now, so it becomes a band. If you're someone who already know how to sew very well, you will totally understand what I did here with the band area, and you will know what you're going to be doing next basically. So this is everything ironed out now. I'm going to be folding this upper part of the band in with about ½ inch, and I'm also going to be ironing it out. So I will just fold it in like this, and I'm going to iron it in because I'm going to be making a top stitch to finish this up. So I'm going to continue folding in with about ½ inch in on the two different fabrics, and I will iron it all the way around the band. So after I was done, this is what I have. As you can see now, the last thing for me to do is to attach the pinafore part of this top to this flare, because the flare is ready. So I'm going to mark the middle of my flare again, now this time with a chalk, because we don't want to cut out any part of this top. I will also mark the middle of my pinafore, and I am just placing the two together right side facing each other. Please note that we are using the back part of the pinafore. I have gotten the middle point, and I just want to align it properly. When placing your pinafore inside the band, make sure you're not placing it too much. Just let it stop on where you have that your fold from the ironing, just about ½ inch. It's okay. Just go ahead and pin it down like you see me do, like this. So once you pin it down like this, the green part will automatically go to the green part of the flare, and the yellow part will automatically be on the yellow part. Let me turn it over for you to see what I mean. Now for the front part of our pinafore, we are going to be placing it exactly where our flare stops at the front. This is very simple. Just place it inside the band like this, exactly aligning it to where your flare stops at the front. I'm just going to place this in just like we did at the back, just about ½ inch in. Don't let it go too deep inside. Align it with the flare and go ahead and pin it down. I will do the same thing here. Once you have pinned it down, you're just going to see that all that is left is a top stitch. I will do the same thing for this other side. Just align the center front with the flare that we have here, and just go ahead and pin it down. So once you're through with this, I'm just going to be making a top stitch from this top here all the way through into the front here, through the back, until I get to the other side of the band. I am done making my stitch, and this is what it looks like. Both green and yellow part really looks nice. This beautiful reversible pinafore peplum is also available to order. If you are interested, I will put the link to my Instagram in the description box below so that you can order. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to drop a comment in the comment section if you really enjoyed this video. See you in the next one. Bye.